Restorative justice is focusing on the community, focusing on relationships. Broken relationships or repairing relationships that have been harmed. But it goes beyond that. It lays a foundation for anything that may be needed in that community. It allows the students to have a safe space where they can practice some of these skills that are lifelong skills. So in Gilroy and in Morgan Hill, we have RJ practices at various levels in elementary school and middle school.
I want to welcome you all for being here. I'm really excited about our lesson.
When you're in the RJ circle, you're surrounded by people you know. You get a chance to know them, and then you get comfortable, and so then you could say more and talk about more.
It helps us connect with each other, see a bigger picture of what's going on in other people's lives, just there for each other when we need it. What grandfather is saying is, if
Restorative justice provides a safe space because, as you saw today, they shared, they feel safe.
I see the circle as an embodiment of the community. Everyone gets to share the talking piece. Everyone speaks or has the opportunity to speak if they wish.
And unique to the circle is that we're all equal. So when we come in here, I'm Jean. I'm a different person to them because there's a bond. There's a bond that's formed.
Trying to build a habit of confidence. In our RJ circle, we were talking about the two wolves, and for my whole life, I've been expressing the bad wolf for most of the time, and I've been trying new ways to see if I can calm myself and get myself back to the good wolf.
When the ugly, evil wolf is present in yourself.
They're dissecting a poem and applying it to themselves. So they're taking the curriculum from the classroom and they're expanding on it, but they're also getting to know each other a little bit better in a setting where they feel safe to discuss deeper personal parts of themselves.
Time you can express your emotions without having fear. Last year, I got into a lot of trouble, and I felt responsible for those actions and consequences.
Being able to apologize, being able to admit you made a mistake, it takes guts. And there's plenty of adults who have a hard time doing that. I have a hard time doing that sometimes.
So at Solorsano, we use restorative practices in many different ways. The most obvious is our community building circles. Another way that we use restorative practices is what I call our restorative circles. We looked at our true selves with family. With my girls group, I'm bringing together 6th graders and 7th graders. They have been identified either by myself or counselors or teachers. They struggle with behaviors, socialization, and some of them just need a little guidance. Our focus is to identify ourselves as young women in our community and how to contribute positively. Today we were looking for our interconnectedness. Each week I'm noticing that they're becoming more comfortable. We're developing an environment where they will open up and they will let their true selves out. I'm going to be honest with you. It is a lot of work, but I enjoy that work more so than being the hammer, you know, and plus I knew that being the hammer, I wasn't solving a problem. That's what we're doing. The traditional punitive, you know, you did something wrong, here's your consequence, and now I'm going to hope you're going to change your behavior. Well, what we were seeing is 9 times out of 10 that wasn't happening. What they need is someone to listen to them. Giving the offender the opportunity to understand what they did wrong, hold themselves accountable, Sophia's going to stand up and come up with ways to make things as right as possible.
Get into our first little short article. We didn't with my second period class, so we probably won't as well. Yes, thank you.
Are we going to have time for RJ today?
Yes. Every single. Okay, let's go ahead and take a circle. Today, when we're checking how you're feeling now.
Happy.
Great.
Good.
Restorative justice in my classroom is just a way for me to get to know my students and build a community. I always start Mondays off with a check-in round.
Well,
You get to interact with people and you get to talk to them and know them. And if we didn't have that, you wouldn't be able to know as many people, so you wouldn't be comfortable in that class.
It does make you like closer, and I feel like when you're learning, it's easier to learn with like people you know.
Restorative justice is not really a program, but rather an approach. It helps students feel ownership of the school community, and it helps them feel like they belong.
Just to get us started and kind of get our minds ready for our work today, think about one word that describes...
Restorative justice practices are not only beneficial to students, but it's also a key part of our staff community.
Pressured, warm.
We always start the meetings with a quick circle. We get that little chance to build community, keeping us a team.
Excited. Busy?
The circles can address a lot of different needs. We can do circles for celebrations.
Rachel, did you have a good birthday?
And for times of heartache and loss and bereavement in the community.
We did have a teacher who passed away this year. It was a surprise to everyone, and we used restorative justice to really explore grief and bereavement.
It was great to be able to give the kids that outlet, you know, to be able to celebrate Miss Francis and talk about her. We were able to respond in a way to support students, but also to support the staff, teachers. Anytime a staff member is either having a baby or their significant other is having a baby, we do a little, kind of like a baby shower type of thing. So my wife is pregnant. We had a little, you know, cake and diaper and gifts and stuff like that. Another piece of the community, be able to celebrate things together and, you know, laugh and joke around and have a good time and not always talk about work.
This is life. This is a metaphor for life. These skills that the students are learning are skills that they're going to be able to practice for the rest of their lives. So preparing them through RJ is invaluable.
Once you participate in an RJ, you're hooked.
I feel good. I feel better, and my relationship is a lot stronger with my kids. They see me as someone who is here to help them and support them.
I just think it's beneficial. Sitting in a circle and talking is more conducive to, you know, good communication, and problems are solved that way.
I would say it would decrease bullying if we all did RJ Circle and talked more and expressed what we all feel and how we all feel about each other.
It's all about what kind of school do you want to have. A group of people that care about each other, respect each other, and are able to live at peace with each other and work towards a common goal.
Restorative justice, it's becoming part of our culture. It's our dialogue. It's like who we are.
RJ is for everyone. Teachers, the administrators, the custodians, the campus supervisors. Anybody who's interacting with each other, who's part of this community, forming this community, will benefit from RJ and should be involved in the RJ.